What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Forex with Cody. And today we're going to go over gold trades from Monday and Tuesday this week. Kind of a midweek briefing, midweek trade breakdown, market update type video, and how I was able to manage these profits scalping gold. Let's get into it. All right, so before we get started here, I just want to point out that this trade was pre New York session, and this trade, the second trade, was pre-London session. All right, so different sessions. My time frame or my trading window is from pre-London, so that's 2 hours before London session opens until New York open, right? And I don't trade before that, and I don't trade after that. Next, I just want to draw your guys' eyes to the market structure. All right, so you can see currently for this first trade that price was in a short-term downtrend, right? But then we spiked up here, broke that lower high, broke this downtrend, right? And then we made a higher low. And then this is where this resistance formed, right? So as you can see, once price comes back into this break of structure level, it starts to consolidate, starts to reject. And so my thinking was that eventually with the volume, it's coming into New York session open during this point. This is 11 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So New York session opens at 12 Australian Eastern Standard Time. So this is around about 50 minutes before New York session opens. So I was expecting volume to come into the market here on gold. And so we see this big rejection wick, and you would think that after such a rejection like this, price would start moving down. It didn't. It actually continued bullish. We get a nice bullish closure, a nice bullish candle closure above this resistance. And then basically all I did was place my buy stop 5 pips above this 5-minute candle right here. So this 5-minute candle that closed above this resistance, I placed my buy stops above there. As you can see, this candle triggers it, triggers in the trade. And you can see first of all, we saw around about 10 pips profit, and then price started to reject down. But at this point, I did have my stops a little bit higher. So I had my stops just under this 5-minute candle. I always do it 2 pips below that candle. So as the 5-minute candles are closing, I just trail my stops behind the candle lows or the candle highs if it's a sell. And so this says 8.6. Around about 9 pips, so I just put it 2 pips above that, so I did 11 pips, right? And you can see price did come very close to hitting my stop loss at that point. But this is why I always say it's very important to use a broker that has raw spreads. So the spreads are very tight. You're not going to get stopped out in scenarios like this, where, for example, if you had a broker with high spreads or a standard trading forex account, it's going to have higher spreads. You're going to get stopped out here, right? Even though it didn't hit your stop loss, you're going to get stopped out due to the high spreads. So always choose a low spread raw account broker if you can, and go from there, especially if you're scalping. So I survived this, right? And then price came down again. I didn't move my stops up at this point because I like to put my stops, if I'm in a buy, under bullish candle lows, right? Not necessarily bearish candle lows. So then once this candle closed right here, this bullish candle, I moved my stops underneath there. And then once this one started coming up, I take profit there for 18 pips. So a nice scalp for 18 pips. Suffered a little bit of drawdown, but this is where your trade management skills come into practice. Moving stops up, not having too tight a stop loss, letting the trade run, not getting scared, trusting in your analysis, and giving the trade that time and space to play out in your favor if you are 100% confident with your analysis. And this is where a good strategy comes into play, right? If you don't have a good strategy, you're not confident in it, you're not going to let these types of trades run. You're going to get scared. You're going to start feeling all those emotions, and you're going to start closing that trade early in drawdown, take a bit of a loss, which is fine in some scenarios. But in this case, I was very confident in this trade to the upside because of the momentum, because of the break of structure, price creating a higher high, higher low, starting to push bullish. Did reject this with some very strong rejection wicks, but price continued bullish after that, right? So it shows even though we have strong rejection of this level, price is still closing bullish and is starting to break above, which is good signs that price is going to continue bullish above that level. As you can see, price did then reject and come down, but that doesn't matter. We got our profits and we were out of the trade. All right, moving on to the next. This was the next day. Again, same thing. This was pre-London session, so this was 17:50, so 5:50 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And same thing happens, right? We start moving up, we're creating some nice bullish market structure, and then we get a strong rejection here at this level. You can see this rejection wick that I put as the higher high, and then price started rejecting it. So we get rejections here, big rejection, more rejections in here, and then eventually we start to see those bullish candle closures again, and we close above this resistance, right? And then price continues, and the same thing happened, right? 5 pips above, like this, buy stops below that previous 5-minute low, right? So once this candle closes above this resistance, we put our stops below that previous 5-minute candle low, and then we target a 1-to-1, so 16 pips. So in 2 days, 18 pips plus 16 pips, 34 pips, I believe. Not bad. Price did obviously continue up for over 50 pips, but I'm not interested in that. And then it did come down, kind of created a head and shoulders pattern in here. So left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then started breaking down, breaking that bullish market structure to the downside, and then continuing bearish after that. But whatever happens after that point, I don't care, as long as I get my profits, right? So those were the 2 trades, Monday, Tuesday. Today, of course, is Wednesday, and we are leading up to pre-London session as we speak. And I'm going to move my levels down here. So currently, price has formed a nice resistance, right? So we've got a resistance in here, and we have a support in here. And guess what? Price closes below this level, I'm going to look for sells. Price closes above this level, I'm going to look for buys. But of course, it is 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I don't trade until 5 p.m. That is my trading. That is within my trading plan. So I'm not going to execute on any trades at the moment until that time comes in 1 hour. All right. So no matter what happens here, I don't care. But yeah, currently we have a resistance and we have a support, and we trade that resistance and we trade this support. So until that time, I can't exactly do nothing, but we have our levels at the moment, right? And it looks like price might break this support level to the downside. So we'll have to wait. If price does continue bearish, I'm gonna have to wait for another support to form, something like this, right? And then we'll look to enter a trade once we get a nice support form down in here, and we can enter a sell once that gets broken, if that happens. As you can see, my alert just went off here behind me to tell me that this support level has just been touched. 3 minutes left. Let's see if we can get a close below here. But yeah, that was the trades this week so far, and yeah, decent, not bad at all. And we'll see how the rest of this week finishes. If you guys are interested in learning this skill set, hit that link down below in the description. It's going to take you to my store where you can purchase the strategy, join the community, join the academy, see all the trades that I take, see the strategies that I use for gold and GJ, get access to my indicator, different educational guides, and also access to the Discord, to the community, so you can chat with me and chat with other members. But yeah, that was the trades this week. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.